Madurai Shanmukhavadivu Subbulakshmi, also known as MS, was a renowned Carnatic vocalist. She was the first musician ever to be awarded the Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian honour. She is the first Indian musician to receive the Ramon Magsaysay Award, often considered Asia's Nobel Prize, in 1974, with the citation reading exacting purists acknowledge Srimati M Subbulakshmi as the leading exponent of classical and semi-classical songs in the Karnataka tradition of South India. Biography. Early years. Subbulakshmi was born in Madurai, Madras Presidency, India, to Vienna players Shanmukhavadivu Ramal and Subramania. Her grandmother Kamal was a violinist. She started learning Carnatic music at an early age and trained in Carnatic music under the tutelage of Semangudi Srinivasa Iyer and subsequently in Hindustani music under Pandit Narayan Ray Vyas. Her mother, from the Devadasi community, was a music exponent and a regular stage performer, and Subbulakshmi grew up in an environment very conducive to musical learning. Her musical interests were also shaped by regular interactions with Karikudai Sambasiva Iyer, Mazhavarayan and Subarama Bhagavatha and Aryakudai Ramanuja Iyengar. Subbulakshmi gave her first public performance, at the age of 11, in the year 1927, in the 100-pillar hall inside the Rockfort Temple, Tiruchirappalli. With Mysore Chowdhury on the violin and Dakshinamurthy Pillai on the mridanga. Moved to Madras. In 1936 Subbulakshmi moved to Madras. She also made her film debut in Sivasatan in 1938. Musical style and performance. Singing career. MS Subbulakshmi began her Carnatic classical music training under her mother Shanmukhavadivu, and later in Hindustani classical training under Pandit Narayan Ray Vyas. Subbulakshmi's first recording was released when she was 10 years old. Subbulakshmi gave her first performance at the prestigious Madras Music Academy in 1929, when she was 13 years old. The performance consisted of singing bhajans. The Academy was known for its discriminating selection process, and they broke tradition by inviting a young girl as a key performer. Her performance was described as spellbinding and earned her many admirers and the moniker of musical genius from critics. Soon after her debut performances, Subbulakshmi became one of the leading Carnatic vocalists. By the age of 17, Subbulakshmi was giving concerts on her own, including major performances at the Madras Music Academy. She travelled to London, New York, Canada, the Far East, and other places as India's cultural ambassador. Her concerts at Edinburgh International Festival of Music and Drama in 1963, Carnegie Hall, New York. The UN General Assembly on UN Day in 1966, Royal Albert Hall, London in 1982, Festival of India in Moscow in 1987, were significant landmarks in her career. In 1969 she was accompanied by Indian Railways advisor S.N. Venkata Rao to Rameshwaram, where she famously sang several songs in front of each idol in the Rameshwaram temple. After the death of her husband Kalki Sadasavam in 1997, she stopped all her public performances. Films. MS also acted in a few Tamil films in her youth. Her first movie Sivasathanam was released on May 2, 1938. F.G. Natsa was the lead actor, opposite Subbulakshmi, in this film, directed by K. Subramaniam. It was a critical and commercial success. Ananda Vaikatan favourably reviewed the film on May 8, 1938. Sivasathanam is one of the early Tamil films to be set in a contemporary social setting and to advocate reformist social policies. The film is an adapted version of Premchand's novel Bazari Husn. The veteran Marxist leader N. Sankaraya has described Sivasathanam as an unusual film for choosing the subject of marriages between young girls and old men. According to him, a film successfully brought out the sufferings of the girl, and the mental agony of the aged husband. Acted by F.G. Natsa, Tamil film critic and historian Aranthe Narayanan observes in his book Thamai Cinema Venkat how that Sivasathanam proved a turning point in the history of Tamil cinema. In the climax, the aged husband, now a totally changed man, was shown as casting aside with utter contempt his sacred thread, which symbolizes his Brahmin superiority. it came as a stunning blow to the then Brahmin orthodoxy. Miss Subbulakshmi also played the male role of Narada in Savitri to raise money for launching Kalki, her husband's nationalist Tamil weekly. Her title role of the Rajasthani saint poetess Meera in the eponymous 1945 film gave her national prominence. This movie was remade in Hindi in 1947. Awards and honours. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru had this to say about Ms. Subbulakshmi: "Who am I, a mere prime minister before a queen of music?" While Lata Mangeshkar called her Tapaswini, Ustad Baidulam Ali Khan termed her Suswara Lakshmi, and Kishori Amonka labelled her the ultimate eighth note or Arfuvan Sur, which is above the seven notes basic to all music. The great national leader and poet Sarojini Naidu called her Nightingale of India. Her many famous renditions of bhajans include the chanting of Bhaja Govindam, Vishnu Sahasranama, Hari Tumaharo and the Venkateswara Suprabhatam. She was widely honoured, praised and awarded. Some of the more popular ones include Padma Bhushan in 1954, Sangeet Natak Academy Award in 1956, Sangeeta Kalanidhi in 1968, Ramon Magsaysay Award in 1974, Padma Vibhushan in 1975, Sangeeta Kalasikamani in 1975 by the Indian Fine Arts Society, Shinai, Kalidas Simhan in 1988, Indira Gandhi Award for National Integration in 1990, Bharat Ratna in 1998. She was honoured as a resident artist, Asthana Vidwan of Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanams. Tirupati Urban Development Authority has installed a bronze statue of Ms. Subbulakshmi at the Purnakumam Circle in the temple town. It was unveiled by Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Y.S. Rajasekhara Reddy on May 28, 2006. The Kanchipuram saree shade known as Miss Blue was named after her by the well-known Congress Party member and philanthropist, Sri Muthu Chettiar when they met at the residence of Sri R.A. Yadurai and S.M.T. Thandalmay Yadurai at Lady D. Sikachari Road, Madras, who were close friends of Miss and Sades of Am. A commemorative postage stamp on her was issued on December 18, 2005. She was bestowed with enormous prize monies with these awards, most of which she donated to charity. She has given more than 200 charity concerts and raised well over Rs 10 million. She was awarded honorary degrees from several universities. She was an ardent devotee of Kanchai Mahaswamigal and she rendered his composition Methrim Pajatha in her concert at the UN in 1966. Venkatesa Suprabhatam in gramophone record of HMV, the royalty from which goes to the Vida Patisla run by the Tirupati Tirumala Devasthanam. She donated many of the royalties on several best-sold records to many charity organizations. References. Further reading, Ms. Subbulakshmi, The Voice Divine by V. Gangadhar. Ms. A Life in Music, T.J.S. George. 2004, HarperCollins. ISBN 978-81-7223-527-7, Gauri Ramnarayan, Cover Story, The MS Phenomenon, Frontline 21, Miss and Radha Saga of Steadfast Devotion by Gauri Ramnarayan http www.msstribute.org/ External links. Artists, Ms. Subbulakshmi, Nat Geo Music. National Geographic Society Biography at the official site of Ramon Magsaysay Award, Ms. Subbulakshmi at the Internet Movie Database, photo of Miss, Sajasiva Mandela Sadungan, Ms. Subbulakshmi, Portraits of a Diva The Hindu.